Do you think I'm funny? I do. Do you find me amusing? Yes, I think you're funny. Joe Pesci is a famous actor known for his strong and explosive roles like Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas and Nicky Santoro in Casino. However, behind these well-known characters, he is a simple and private man who doesn't often appear in public. Standing at only 5'4", Pesci shows that success comes from talent and hard work, not just height. Small but mighty in the tough entertainment industry, Pesci's life includes both great successes and serious challenges. His second marriage ended in a shocking scandal when his ex-wife, Claudia Harrow, was found guilty of plotting murder, bringing Pesci's name into the media spotlight despite his innocence. What is truly admirable about Pesci is not just his ability to bounce back from personal difficulties, but also his impressive comeback. Rarely does an artist experience such ups and downs and still succeed. Joe Pesci announced his retirement, but then returned to acting and quickly received an Academy Award nomination for his role in The Irishman. What made Joe Pesci leave Hollywood? What stories are behind his famous roles? Let's take a closer look at the journey of this unique and memorable figure in entertainment. Joe Pesci was born on February 9, 1943 in Newark, New Jersey, to an Italian-American family. His father, Angelo, worked as a forklift driver. Pesci's mother was a barber, and he grew up in a working-class family. His father wanted him to escape their tough life by becoming famous in the entertainment industry. When Pesci was just 5 years old, his father encouraged him to be on a kids' TV show called Startime Kids. However, being on stage didn't make him happy. He later said he felt stressed by trying to fulfill his father's dreams instead of following his own. Pesci had important friendships during his childhood. He was good friends with Frankie Valli, Tommy DeVito, and Nick Massey, who later became the famous band The Four Seasons. Pesci was the one who introduced them to Bob Gaudio, the songwriter and final member of the group. This introduction made Pesci an important part of the entertainment industry and a contributor to American music history. He graduated from Belleville High School in Belleville, New Jersey, where he grew up in a humble home. Joe Pesci grew up in a working-class environment, and the connections and experiences he had as a young person prepared him for a surprising journey in life. He didn't start his career in film. Instead, his first love was music. In his 20s, he joined a band called Joey D and the Starlighters, where he played guitar and sang in local clubs. During those years, Pesci dedicated himself to performing, dreaming that music would help him escape an ordinary life. In 1968, he released his first solo album, Little Joe Sure Can Sing. Joe Ritchie's album showed how serious he was about music, but it didn't do well. Despite this disappointment, his commitment to music was an important part of his journey. The skills he developed on stage helped him when he later acted in films. When his music career didn't succeed as he wanted, he tried acting and got his first role in a low-budget movie called The Death Collector. In 1976, a movie about the mafia came out. Although it didn't do well and was mostly forgotten, Joe Pesci's acting was impressive to those who noticed it. Unfortunately, the movie's failure made him lose confidence in his acting career. He left Hollywood, went back to the Bronx, and managed a restaurant to pay the bills. For many, this would be the end of their dreams, but for Pesci, it was just a short challenge before something big changed his life. While casting for Raging Bull in 1980, Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro discovered Joe Pesci and saw his special talent. They contacted him and convinced him to play Joey LaMotta, the passionate and complicated brother of boxer Jake LaMotta. Although Pesci was unsure at first, he eventually accepted the role, which changed his life. On the set of Raging Bull, Pesci showed that he was not just a skilled actor, but also dedicated to his work during a training scene. Robert Dario accidentally broke Pesci's rib, and the moment Pesci showed real pain before the camera moved was caught on film. This showed his commitment to acting. Pesci's role as Joey LaMotta got him his first Academy Award nomination and showed he was a great talent in movies. It also started a long and successful partnership with Dario, a legendary team that would create many amazing films together. Joe Pesci faced many challenges in his acting career, but his determination helped him go from an unknown artist to a popular actor in Hollywood. His journey was just starting. In 1990, he worked with Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro again in the movie Goodfellas. Pesci played Tommy DeVito, a fierce and aggressive gangster, and won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for that role. Tommy DeVito became a well-known character in movies and was ranked number 96 in Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 greatest movie characters of all time. Joe Pesci's role helped establish him as a top actor known for playing dangerous and believable characters. What stood out in Goodfellas was Pesci's input in the script. The famous scene where Tommy makes others uncomfortable with his unpredictable behavior was written and directed by Pesci himself. Director Martin Scorsese gave him the freedom to create this scene, which became one of the film's highlights. Pesci's talent went beyond just acting. He excelled at capturing the emotions and details of every scene. After Goodfellas, his career took off with other unforgettable roles. He worked again with Scorsese and De Niro in the 1995 film Casino, which is considered a classic about crime. Pesci's role as Nicky Santoro, a character who was both frightening and fascinating, helped cement his status as a legend in gangster films. However, Pesci's acting skills weren't limited to violent characters. He showed great range in his performances. He showed his versatility by acting in different genres. He made audiences laugh as Harry Lime in Home Alone 1990 and its 1992 sequel, which is a popular holiday movie. Director Chris Columbus picked Pesci not just for his acting talent, but because he admired him as a child. At first, Columbus wasn't sure if Pesci was right for a comedy role, but Pesci's skill in playing various characters changed his mind. Pesci also did well in other film genres, like in Once Upon a Time in America, 1984. In 1991, Pesci gave a standout performance in a supporting role in Sergio Leone's epic film. He portrayed the complicated character David Ferry in the political thriller JFK, which focuses on the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. He also tried his hand at musicals, starring in the German production Dear Mr. Wonderful in 1983, showing his wide range of skills and openness to different roles. In 2017, Pesci made an unexpected comeback in the film The Irishman, a crime drama directed by Martin Scorsese and featuring Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Pacino turned down the role more than 50 times, insisting he didn't want to do gangster films anymore. However, director Scorsese kept convincing him that The Irishman would be different. The movie was shown in theaters for a short time, starting on November 1, 2019, before being released on Netflix on November 27, 2019. Pesci, playing Russell Bufalino, stepped away from his usual fiery gangster style and gave a more restrained but powerful performance, which was praised by critics. His skilled performance received many awards, including Oscar and BAFTA nominations for Best Supporting Actor, along with 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards. This comeback showed that Pesci's talent is still strong and confirmed him as one of the best actors of his generation. He didn't just focus on acting. In late 2019, he returned to music with his 3rd album, Pesci Still Singing. Released on November 29th, this was his first music project in 21 years. With such a significant year, Pesci showed his versatility. Pesci is a diverse artist who keeps changing and growing even as he ages. One of the things that makes him unique in the film industry is his talent for making a strong impression in any type of role. Whether he plays a ruthless gangster, a clumsy thief, or a famous historical person, Pesci always shows a natural charm that people remember. His commitment and special talent have made him stand out, gaining him a level of success that few others reach. His achievements come not just from awards and praise, but from much more. Joe Pesci turns every role into a memorable part of film history. His characters stick in the minds of viewers, making a lasting impression. This unique ability has helped him rise from a regular actor to a Hollywood legend. Known for his tough looks and unforgettable violent roles, Pesci is intriguing both on-screen and off. However, his successful career is also marked by personal struggles and losses. Pesci's 3 marriages have been marked by unwanted scandal, especially his relationship with his ex-wife Claudia Harrow. This part of his life is not often seen by the public. Pez married for the first time in 1964 at just 21 years old. Although not much is known about his first wife, they had a daughter around 1967. Like many young marriages, their relationship didn't last long. Pez rarely talks about this time in interviews, which shows he prefers to keep his private life private. Pez's second marriage, in 1988, he married Claudia Harrow, an actress and model. They had a daughter named Tiffany and seemed to have a happy family. However, their happiness was short-lived as they divorced just 4 years later in a difficult and angry split. Their problems went beyond family issues and had lasting effects even after they separated. In 1998, Claudia was involved in a scandal when she was accused of hiring a hitman. Her next husband, Hollywood stuntman Garrett Warren, was shot several times, including once in the face, but he survived. The investigation led to Harrow being convicted and sent to prison for 12 years. Even though Pesci was not directly involved in the plot, his name was brought up in the media. Tabloids claimed that he had financially supported Harrow, but these claims were unfounded and later dismissed. What surprised the public the most was Pesci showed a surprising kindness by posting $1,250,000 in bail for his ex-wife before her trial, despite their past issues. This act revealed a caring side of him, as he was willing to help someone he was no longer married to. After a scandal with Harrow, Pesci made news again in 2007 when he started dating and got engaged to supermodel Angie Everhart, but their relationship ended after only 9 months. The reasons for their breakup are not clear, but there were rumors. Pesci's unpredictable and intense personality may have caused problems in relationships, but neither he nor Everhart shared more information, and the story soon disappeared from the public eye. Pesci's personal life has included scandals, but he has also fought against unfairness in the entertainment industry. One significant example is his legal battle over the movie Gotti, 2018. He was initially promised a leading role and worked hard, even gaining 30 pounds for it. The character required a lot of physical effort, but the producers later made his part smaller and cut his pay significantly. This led Joe Pesci to take legal action to protect his rights. Despite these difficulties at work and in his personal life, Pesci is portrayed as a complicated person facing challenges and controversies while staying true to his values and loyal to others. He filed a lawsuit claiming that the producers acted unprofessionally and broke their agreements. Joe Pesci received an undisclosed payment after a settlement. This situation showed how determined he is to defend his rights and highlighted the tough challenges that even experienced actors face in the competitive Hollywood industry. Additionally, some of Pesci's films, like Goodfellas and Casino, have sparked discussions. Critics pointed out that these films, with their high levels of violence and brutality, could glamorize crime and negatively impact viewers. Joe Pesci believes he is just doing his job by showing the darker sides of life in films rather than promoting them. His personal life is full of contrasts. He plays angry and violent characters on screen, but friends say he is kind and humble. Despite being involved in big scandals, he responds with compassion and generosity. Overall, his life is complex and different from the roles he plays. Joe Pesci has had many ups and downs in his career that people remember. Besides his strong on-screen presence and famous roles, he also has interesting everyday stories. In a chat with David Letterman, Pesci shared his love for golf, which helps him relax after acting. He might not be a top golfer with a handicap of 16, but he truly enjoys the game. His golfing friends are quite special too, including Hollywood legends like Jack Nicholson and Dennis Hopper shared a funny story about an incident where Jack used a golf club to deal with a rude driver. It's a strange but memorable tale. Not all of Pesci's friends like golf, though. He once said that his close friend Robert De Niro isn't interested in it at all. Pesci remembered how they would laugh at his golf clubs just sitting around when they lived together. In the hallway, these memories show Pesci as a straightforward and likable guy with a charming, everyday quality. He shared a funny story about the entertainment industry with Letterman. Pesci talked about how Dustin Hoffman was called a weasel for not showing up on Letterman's show. Instead of making it awkward, Pesci turned it into a funny story, telling it with a slight smile. Joe Pesci had the whole audience laughing with funny stories, showing a charming and funny side of him. This is a big contrast to the tough roles he usually plays. After many years in films, Pesci has become a great actor and an iconic figure in modern film. His roles as gangsters in Goodfellas and Casino not only made his career, but also changed how organized crime is shown in Hollywood, especially his character Tommy DeVito. Goodfellas is known for its intense moments and humor, which earned Joe Pesci an Academy Award. His character, Tommy DeVito, is seen as a symbol of danger and unpredictability in American film. Pesci's influence goes beyond movies. In 1998, he released an album called Vincent LaGuardia Gambini Sings Just For You, inspired by his role in My Cousin Vinny. Although the album didn't become very popular, it shows his impact on both film and music. Pesci showed his eagerness to try new creative things. He worked with jazz musician Joey DeFrancesco on the album Falling in Love Again in 2003, which received positive reviews from critics. Although music didn't bring Pesci the same recognition as acting, it showed his talent and love for the arts. Besides acting and music, Pesci also made an impact as a producer. He produced the musical Jersey Boys, which tells the story of the successful band The Four Seasons. This project was very meaningful to him. Pesci played an important role in bringing the group together in their early days. The musical they worked on won many Tony Awards and is considered a significant part of modern theater history. Pesci's career has been honored by top organizations, and he was nominated for the New Jersey Hall of Fame in 2013 and 2015. This honor recognizes people who have greatly contributed to the performing arts. Although he is a private person and does not often go to public events, Pesci's impact is well acknowledged. Joe Pesci has made a big impact through his famous movie roles and work in theater and music. His legacy shows his natural talent, hard work, and willingness to go beyond his limits. He has not only made his mark in film history, but has also inspired many young artists to follow their dreams, even when it's tough. Though he is no longer in the spotlight, Pesci continues to be a symbol that art can connect with people and touch their hearts. After years of acting, Joe Pesci left Hollywood in 1999 to retire. He chose to live a quiet life in New Jersey, away from the spotlight. Instead of attending press events or premieres, he focused on playing golf and taking care of his health. For many years, he kept a low profile and rarely made public appearances, leaving fans curious about his life now. Cinematic classics aside, Joe Pesci didn't completely leave the acting world after taking a break for 20 years. He made a surprising comeback in 2019 with the role of Russell Bufalino in The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese. This role showed that Pesci's amazing talent is still strong and that he is one of the best actors of his time. In the movie, he played a mafia boss who was calm yet in control, which was very different from his earlier fiery and aggressive gangster characters. His performance was subtle and skillful. His performance received a lot of praise and earned him his third Academy Award nomination, which is impressive considering he had been away from acting for a long time. Although The Irishman was an important project, Pesci is not looking to return to acting full-time. He is very careful about the roles he chooses, only taking on projects that truly interest him or have personal significance. For Pesci, acting is not about seeking fame. It's about pursuing his passion. After The Irishman, Joe Pesci chose to retreat from the spotlight and live a quieter life away from the entertainment industry. His current lifestyle is very different from the big characters he used to play in films. He now focuses on his health and enjoys simple pleasures. While he doesn't appear in many films anymore, he is still cherished by fans as a cinema legend. Joe Pesci has had a successful career for over 40 years with 3 Oscar nominations and 1 win. He shows the importance of talent, hard work, and being true to yourself. He has played both tough gangsters and funny characters, making a lasting impression on audiences and helping films earn billions. At the peak of his fame, Pesci decided to retire for a quieter life, but he made a successful return in The Irishman. In 2019, Joe Pesci showed his incredible talent again and got a 3rd Oscar nomination. His career isn't just about being a great actor. It also teaches us important lessons about fame and living life the way you want. What's your favorite role of Joe Pesci? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned for more interesting stories about Hollywood legends, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. See you soon. The upcoming movie.